the most unstoppable player in my opinion. This year he has had 20 40-point games alone, which is crazy. He has perfected the art of scoring. He makes great defenders look like maniacs. According to many NBA fans, James Harden is bending the rulebooks. He draws fouls using his step back jumper a lot in games, and he has a ridiculous passing IQ. ISOs are the hardest way to score the ball. Basically, if you don't know what ISO means, here is the definition. An ISO is a play when you and your defender are isolated in a one-on-one matchup and no one is helping you with the screen, let's say. Most players like Russell Westbrook and D'Angelo Russell are the best ISO players in the league, generating 6 points from ISO plays. James Harden scores 16 points out of ISO plays, which is incredible, more than Kyrie Irving. How is James Harden doing this? Is he bending the rule books, or is he just the most unstoppable player in the league? And with all that being said, cue the intro. Kevin Durant perfected the rip-through move that the NBA had to make a rule to specifically prevent shooting fouls when a player uses the move. Then there's James Harden, which many NBA fans swear that he is bending the rule books. Somehow, it's a cakewalk for James Harden to score 40 points in a game. So there should be a legitimate reason why James Harden is so good. Well, most fans are wrong. He is one of the most unique offensive players in the league and takes advantage of the rules. And you don't believe me? Then let's look at the moves that James Harden made. That makes NBA fans swear that it's a travel. Let's start off with the rip-through move. And we talked about this earlier for Kevin Durant. This is similar to what Kevin Durant was doing earlier. While there's a rule on rip-throughs that is very, very specific. It mentions that when you put your hand under the defense and you don't shoot it, then it's called as a non-shooting foul. And James Harden is too good. He uses this as an advantage. Once James Harden puts his arm under the defense, he could put a shot up at any point and it will be called as a shooting foul. This move is completely legal and this is just James Harden taking advantage of the rules. According to many NBA fans, this is way too effective since James Harden gets away with too many foul calls a game. Both Michael Jordan and Allen Iverson get more foul calls than James Harden on their best scoring season. No one hates them. Getting to the free throw line isn't easy. It's a skill, and James Harden mastered it. Now let's look at this travel. 1 step, 2 step, and 3 step. What? Is that a travel? That should be a travel, shouldn't it? Right? He took 3 steps. By face value, that looks like a travel. But the NBA rules state that James Harden was taking only when he's taking only one when he's gathering the ball. You could take a 0 step. That's what the rules mention. When you gather the ball, you take a 0 step. Then one, then two, and then he takes a layup. So when he was gathering the ball, he took a step, and that counts as a 0 step. Do it in any other league, that's a travel. And this is very special about James Harden's game. And according to the NBA, this isn't a travel. If you try this on any other court, it is a travel. The game of basketball has evolved. The rules have changed. While most players don't take advantage of James Harden, while most players don't take the advantage of the rules, James Harden does. What happens when a player is so good that there's really no way to hinder his game other than compromising the game itself? Other players have tried a move are Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving, and Luka Doncic. And if you were wondering, the double step back is probably a travel in your guys' opinion. Again, they're taking the gather step, which is completely legal. For the double step back, James Harden takes the gather step. And when he gathers the ball, he does the double step back. And now you guys won't think this is a travel. And it's similar to his Euro step. He gathers the ball, takes 2 steps, and he used that as his advantage. This is a really good skill that James Harden has, and basically no other player in the league has this skill. Steph Curry and Kyrie Irving have tried this. You can see Steph Curry does this, but it's called as a travel because he doesn't do it correctly. And also Kyrie Irving has also tried this move. And none of these players who have tried these moves average freaking 35 points per game. And it's such a cakewalk for James Harden to average that much points per game. And averaging 35 points per game is not easy. And he doesn't need to break the rules to average 35 points per game, right? Yeah, he does not ever need to break the rules to average 35 points per game. And that's just special. His step back is no one else can do as good as him. All of his moves are so good, and with all due respect to other players like Giannis Antetokounmpo, Kevin Durant, and LeBron James, James Harden is just on another level on the offensive end. He is the most unguardable player in the league. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. Please like and subscribe for further more content, and peace out.